Today, we're diving deep into China's official economic report card for 2025. And let me tell you, it's a fascinating story. It's like two different economies running at two totally different speeds, all at the exact same time. So the big headline number says China's economy grew by 5%, hitting its target. But is that really the whole picture? Or is that simple number actually hiding a dramatic split happening just beneath the surface? Well, think about this for a second. One key part of the economy, we're talking information technology and software services, it just skyrocketed. It grew by an incredible 11.1%. I mean, that's a picture of a booming success, right? But at the very same time, another massive pillar of the economy, the construction sector, actually went backward. It shrank by 1.1%. This is the two-speed story we're here to unpack today. Okay, so to really get how both of those numbers can be true, we have to start with the official scorecard. Let's look at the big picture from China's National Bureau of Statistics. First up, a major milestone. In 2025, China's total economic output, its GDP, crossed the 140 trillion yuan mark for the very first time. That is a massive number that really just underscores the sheer scale of this economy. And here is that headline figure we were talking about. Year-on-year growth came in at exactly 5.0%. So officially, they met their targets for the year. On paper, that looks like a pretty solid performance. And this is where that data comes from, the official announcement itself. This is the moment these figures are laid out for the whole world to see. Now, the Bureau's director used 4 specific words to sum up the year's performance. Stable, meaning they weathered the storm. Progressive, as in they're moving forward. New, highlighting those new growth engines. And resilient, emphasizing its ability to bounce back. This quote from the director really captures the official take perfectly. The message is crystal clear. Yeah, there were challenges, but the plan worked and the goals were met. Which, of course, brings us to the crucial question, how? All right, now it's time to look under the hood. We're going from the what to the why, and really unpacking the components that created that 5% growth. So what was the fuel in that engine? The breakdown is pretty fascinating. Over half of it, a full 52%, was driven by people shopping, domestic consumption. The Chinese consumer was the main engine here, followed by exports, with investment actually playing a much smaller role. And this slide illustrates the core idea perfectly. It's like China's economy is now a highway with 2 distinct lanes. You've got the high-speed lane with all the new industries of the future, tech, green energy. And then you have the slower lane with the traditional industries that built the old economy, like real estate, which are now facing some major challenges. So let's take a closer look at that high-speed lane. We already saw IT and software just crushing it at over 11%. But look at this. High-tech manufacturing grew at 9.4% and equipment manufacturing at 9.2%. These are the new powerhouses, no doubt about it, and they're pushing the whole economy forward. Now, let's contrast that with the slow lane. The real estate sector was basically flat, growing just 0.2%. And as we saw, construction actually went into reverse. The difference between these two lanes? Wow, it could not be more stark. This table just puts it all together. Side by side, you can see that massive gap between the double-digit growth of tech and the negative growth of construction. Look, this isn't just a trend anymore, it's a deep structural shift happening in the world's second largest economy. So what does this all mean for you in practice? Let's get to the most important part. How do we turn all this data into a practical playbook for anyone doing business or investing in China? Because understanding this shift is absolutely crucial. You have to know China to do better business. And having these kinds of expert insights, well, that's what can really save you time and money in the long run. So, based on all the data we've seen, 3 really clear opportunities are popping up for the coming year. First, you've got to ride the tech wave. Second, go green. And third, you have to follow the consumer. Let's break each one of those down. Okay, first, that tech wave. It's not just about software. High-tech and digital product manufacturing are both growing at over 9%. But the real story here, the number that jumps off the page, is the investment. A staggering 28.4% jump in funding for information services. That is where the money is flowing. Second, the green transition. It is in full swing. Clean energy generation is up nearly 9%. EV production has just exploded, passing 16 million units for the year, and investment in renewables keeps growing steadily. This isn't some niche market anymore. This is becoming a core part of the industrial economy. And finally, follow the consumer's wallet. Spending on services is actually growing faster than spending on physical goods. Online retail is booming with 8.6% growth, and get this, nearly half of all personal consumption is now on services, things like travel, entertainment, and healthcare. That's a fundamental shift in behavior. So, with this two-speed reality now clearly established, what does the road ahead look like for 2026? Let's take a peek at the official outlook. The director of the National Bureau of Statistics summed up the government's outlook with this statement. It's a message of cautious optimism. They're acknowledging the challenges, for sure, but they firmly believe that the positive trends, those high-speed lanes, are going to win out. So we'll leave you with this final thought. China's economy is clearly shifting gears. The big question is your strategy ready to accelerate and get into that high-speed lane? This channel will bring you practical knowledge to navigate business, investment, culture, economic trends, and communication tips in trades with China. Please press like. Subscribe now for actionable insights and win-win solutions. You don't want to miss the possibility to understand and make money in trades with China.